Tonight on Evening, more Escapes winners revealed, from a destination brewery to an abandoned fort that welcomes visitors.
They are a little spooky.
And we'll take you on an epic tour of Seattle's best donuts.
How gorgeous are these?
Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Jose Cedeño coming to you from Burlington, and it's Best Northwest Escapes Reveal Week, and that's why I'm here today, because this is your pick for Best Destination Brewery. So cheers to that. Cheers! And why I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yes, it's my birthday. Burlington is home to one of the most popular stops in the Skagit Elk Trail, Choconut Brewery.
We are pretty unique in the beer industry, especially in the Northwest, because we really focus a lot on European style beers with a pretty heavy emphasis on traditional German lagers. Pilsner is the one that we're best known for. You see it all over Seattle on tap. Pilsner is the world's most popular beer. It's light, it's crisp, it's refreshing, it's very light in body, it is very bright. Dunkel Lager, it's a Munich-style dark lager. Dark in color, light in body, still very smooth. You get a lot of nice coffee, chocolate, toffee notes to it. Dunkel Lager is one of our biggest award-winning beers. It's won at the World Beer Cup, the Great American Beer Festival, Washington Beer Awards.
In an area where happy beer is big, Choconut Brewery's beer is a refreshing change.
It's really nice, light beer that's a little bit more drinkable, less hoppy. Yeah.
Well, congratulations to Choconut Brewery, and as you can see, I'm celebrating with a beer. That's right, they're famous here for their Pilsner, and you can also get it on the can. This place isn't the only one in the Best Northwest Escapes winner list with the name Choconut. Believe it or not, there's another winner with that name. Here's Saint.
Choconut Drive is another Escapes winner. It won Best Scenic Drive. You can access this scenic route where the mountains meet the sea here in Burlington. Look for signs for Highway 11. That's its official name. It's about 20 miles of stunning scenery and beautiful beaches, including Washington's first state park, Larrabee. And the prize at the end of the drive? Historic Fairhaven Village in Bellingham. This byway opened in 1916, inspiring road trips now for more than a century.
Parts of Choconut Drive is closed right now because of a rock slide, but there's still parts that are open and you can go and check it out. Now let's keep talking about winners, because Long Beach won as Best Beach Town. And south of that, there's another winner, Best Lighthouse. And this one won't disappoint you. That's a hint, by the way.
The Cape Disponible Lighthouse is the oldest operating lighthouse on the West Coast. It was first lit on October 15th of 1856.
If you want to see this lighthouse, you're going to have to do some walking.
And they have about a quarter-mile walk through a trail, but it is worth the walk. The location, the history behind it, beauty of the area, and the fact that you're up 220 feet off the water just makes a great vantage point in general. Come out here on a nice sunny day.
It's also a plus when you have the Coast Guard as your guides.
So then obviously when you don't have a Coast Guard member to ask the questions from, which there's always one up here during the daytime, we have a little information that gives the specifics about the lighthouse.
And if you wonder what this place looks like in a sunny day, here we go.
The trail to the lighthouse round trip takes about 1 mile. Now I have to be honest here. When I went, it was very foggy, so on a sunny day, you're definitely gonna get perfect views. Now, do you know that tomorrow is National Donut Day? And if you like donuts like me, there's a tour in Seattle that is perfect for you.
This is a maple bar, this is a fritter. I have tried all these donuts, all of them. Food is one of those universal things that bind people together. But the whimsy and the fun of a donut just takes it to another level. I'm so happy, guys. Is everybody here?
When you go on one of Deb Herrick's Seattle Underground Donut Tours, you might want to loosen your belt by 1 notch.
These are donuts, and these are donuts. The Underground Donut Tour is a 2-hour walking tour of Seattle, sprinkled with Seattle sights, history, and of course donuts. You know what? Every single donut is very, very different on our tour, and that's part of the fun of this tour as well. It's like you get to try a little bit of everything and also use things that you might not necessarily expect to like. We start here at Top Pot, the flagship location, one of Seattle's favorite donuts, and I love this donut. This is a pink feather boa. They make all different kinds of donuts. Their very first donut that they ever made was an old-fashioned. They're also the consistency of cake, so they're a little bit denser. And then, of course, there's a yeasted donut, and they do those here as well. And those are fluffier and lighter. And then we're gonna go in and see the donuts and take them over to the Amazon series to enjoy them.
Our second stop, a few blocks away in South Lake Union, is a donut shop with South American roots.
How are you? We're going to Doce. Doce means 12 in Spanish, and what they specialize in is a 24-hour raised brioche dough with traditional Latin American inspired flavors. Absolutely incredible. Bye guys, thank you. We have the rosé infused chai with edible flowers. Edible flowers, people. How awesome is this?
And this one's very tangy. Not what I was expecting. Very good though. Very, very good.
From the Spheres, it's a short walk to Dahlia Bakery.
But I want you to see the bakery. Tom Douglas does amazing stuff in Seattle. His donuts are incredible.
They make several different kinds of donuts here, but the Dahlia Bakery is best known for their bite-sized beignets.
Here, Tom Douglas has sort of put his spin on it, and they're really small. And they're not rolled in powdered sugar, they're rolled in like a cinnamon and sugar. And if you put a little bit of the cream on and a little bit of the preserve on this hot, amazing beignet, it just will take you away.
The last stop on the tour has been making mini fried goodness since the late 70s, Daily Dozen Donuts.
The cool thing about Daily Dozen is that they are using a Donut Robot Mark II, which is made by the Belshaw Company, which, by the way, they actually were founded in 1922 up here in downtown Seattle. They're mini donuts. How gorgeous are these? I usually get the cinnamon and sugar classic. I hope I have enough. Usually what people end up saying is these donuts taste like my childhood.
Deb says taking people on Seattle's underground donut tour is a sweet and unforgettable stroll.
You made it to the end of the underground donut tour here in Seattle. Woo! My favorite part of doing this tour is I get to meet people from all over the world. We start together as strangers, and at the end of the 2 hours, we are all fast friends. It is just a beautiful piece of humanity to see people bond over donuts. Woo! Flip for donuts.
By the way, my favorite donut is Doce Donuts. Now, the Seattle Underground Donut Tour is $50 per person, and we're going to have that information if you want to register on our website, king5evening.com. And with that, I'll be right back.
Up next, take a wild ride as we explore your pick for best amusement park. And a military fort from the past that welcomes visitors today wins best historic attraction.
Wow!
Local stories make a difference.
I want to check that out.
With the power to enrich lives, strengthen communities, and make us smile. Evening is made possible by Primera Blue Cross. Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
Welcome back to the show from the Chuckanut Brewery. Ooh, my favorite. Thank you very much, Spencer. Now let's travel to Port Townsend to a place that you pick as best historic attraction.
An abandoned military fort built in 1902 for a war that never happened.
These guns were shot in practice, but never at an enemy target.
Ranger Brian Hageman is the park manager at Fort Worden, one of 3 forts built to defend Puget Sound from enemy ships.
This large cannon would have been mounted here.
By the time World War I and World War II arrived, this technology was obsolete.
We are in the beautiful Fort Worden State Park on top of Artillery Hill, overlooking Battery Ash and Whidbey Island.
There are dozens of military structures here and 12 miles of multi-use trails to explore them.
Fort Worden is considered one of the best preserved Endicott-era forts left in the nation. So
there are people that are definitely drawn to that cool history.
These batteries once had cannons that could fire a 600-pound payload 6 miles. The guns are long gone, but pieces of the past remain.
And this is a speaking tube. While the guns were firing, you could yell through the speaking tube and go to a different room.
Creaky doors and empty halls give the place a haunted feeling.
They are a little spooky, yeah, especially when you get down into the inner bellies of these batteries.
Today, fir trees block the gun sights, and you're more likely to spot a resident deer than a soldier. Military history meets Mother Nature as these batteries rust in peace.
I really like that we have recreation, historic preservation kind of blended. So some of the park is always going to be forest, and we're never going to touch that. Some of the park, we're going to preserve the historic areas. So it's a really nice blend of taking a coastal defense, Endicott era, 1902 fort and turn it into a state park with a lot of opportunities.
Okay, if you visit, you will need a Washington State Discovery Day Pass. Now let's talk about your pick of best amusement park. And it's actually one that I visited with Kelly Hansen, my friend from Local Lens. Here it is.
I think what makes Silverwood special is we are a family-owned theme park. We're one of only a handful of family-owned theme parks left in the whole country. We started in 1988, which we started with just a train ride, which is very unique for our theme park. The train goes around the entire property.
A lot have changed since then.
We're now the largest theme and water park in the Pacific Northwest. There's so many rides that are just excellent starter rides for the kids, all the way up to the most high-intensity rides for the bravest of roller coaster riders. So we have Aftershock, which is our most intense roller coaster.
One that we needed to try. Moving on to the next ride.
We have Stunt Pilot, which is our newest roller coaster in 2021. It's actually manufactured by Rocky Mountain Construction. They build some of the best roller coasters in the entire world.
Bye! But it's not all about the roller coasters in this park, because they also have plenty of other rides for guests to enjoy.
We also have the Log Flume ride. And we have Thunder Canyon, which is probably one of our most popular rides, which is like a family raft ride, and you will get soaked on that ride.
All right, crew, we got a fun boat right here. Give it up. Woo!
We also have a birthday girl.
Hi!
Are you ready, Kelly?
You never know if you pick the right seat.
Why me? Any theme park experience isn't completed without incredible food. I'm talking about all-you-can-eat barbecue, a yummy ice cream, and delicious funnel cakes.
What are you eating right now, Kelly?
This is the Fruit Betty funnel cake. It has ice cream, whipped cream, fruity pebbles, obviously the funnel cake. You have the huckleberry one, which is a crowd pleaser.
It is a crowd pleaser?
That's what I've heard.
This is how you eat it here. This is how you eat it.
There's also award-winning shows, including magic and an interactive train ride. Now that's a fun 35 minutes trip where anything can happen.
If you're ready for a train ride, let me hear you scream!
Without a doubt, Silverwood Theme Park is a magical place to be.
My favorite ride was Aftershock. Believe me, it's extreme. If you do want to check the full version of that video, go to Local Lens Seattle channel in YouTube. Now, those two ladies over there, one is my sister and one is my mom. Don't tell them I told you. We'll be right back.
Up next, where you can find the largest arcade in the Northwest just for this weekend. And later, find out if you're the grand prize winner for Best Northwest Escapes. Portions of Evening sponsored by Silverwood Theme Park.
Hey, this is Saint. A culinary spectacle is coming to town this weekend as Seattle hosts one of the largest outdoor Asian food festivals in the U.S. Panda Fest makes its Emerald City debut. It will feature an array of delicious dishes, vibrant cultural performances, and interactive workshops. This event promises to be a feast for all of your senses. Tickets must be purchased in advance online because they won't be available on site. Panda Fest happens Friday through Sunday at the Fisher Pavilion on the Seattle Center campus.
Welcome back to this show. Once a year, the Greater Tacoma Convention Center becomes the biggest arcade in the Northwest. And that's all happening this weekend.
This is the Northwest Pinball and Arcade Show, and this is the largest arcade in the state that we put on once a year, the first weekend of June.
Apparently, they like to be called pinheads, and they come from all over the country to play more than 400 games.
Every year there are new pinball machines. There are a number of companies that are still making games today. Some people are surprised at that. And so this year, the big game is Pulp Fiction. And everybody wants to get a shot at it. There's only 5 games so far that they made. They call them the prototypes. And so right now people come and play it, and if they like it, then they can order it.
But of course, everything old is new again. The number of pinball competitions like the one here has increased 5-fold in the past decade. Carnation's Max Stewart is competing against some top talent for serious cash. Max says even when she's competing, she's playing for fun.
You're never going to play the same game twice. There's always going to be some physics working against you, a different machine, different rules, so it's a lot of variety.
Kinetic and chaotic. There's no quenching this passion for pinball.
The Northwest Pinball and Arcade Show is happening this Friday and it goes through Sunday. And if you go there and you're hungry, there's a place you can get smash. Not drinking smash, but still smash.
So good. Pound for pound, the best flavored burger that you can get.
The South Sound Smash Burger at Radnor's is getting all kinds of rave reviews.
That was good.
Louis Magno is the Smash Master.
It's basically a hand-formed ball that's placed on a really hot griddle, and then we just smash it onto the grill. It creates a sear. That sears flavor, that sears texture. Once the cheese is melted, you should have it done. And there you go, that's a smash burger.
Delicioso.
When Radnor's opened mid-May, the first 253 customers received a free South Sound Smash.
We had a line not just down the block, but another block.
As an all-girl punk band performed outside and a ping pong tournament raged in the next room.
In which the winner, who was incredible, won free Radnor's for life.
It's all part of a new energy at historic Edison Square, an event space with its own industrial kitchen.
Edison Square is a place where really anything can happen. We host the parade, the South Sound's premier drag showcase. We have improv comedy from Boy Smooches. We do cultural celebrations.
And now there's an in-house restaurant featuring not just smash burgers.
That's the one.
But also rad fries covered in cheese and caramelized onions. And how about a bag of baby beignets? If taste is any indicator,
juicy.
Radnor's will be a smashing success.
Radnor's Tacoma opens every day of the week, but on Fridays and Saturdays, they open too late, 1 a.m. We'll be right back.
Up next, we reveal one last Best Northwest Escapes winner, the winner of the Grays Harbor Getaway. Now in our 39th season, Evening shares local stories that make our community shine. Thanks to support from PEMCO Insurance. PEMCO empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at PEMCO.com. Best Northwest Escapes is sponsored by Unforgettable Grays Harbor County.
Cheers. Welcome back to this show. Are you having fun, Ma?
Yes.
You're not my mom, but that's okay. It's time to reveal our winner for Best Northwest Escapes sweepstakes. This is the grand prize for the unforgettable Grace Harbor Getaway worth $5,000. Thank you for everyone who voted for your favorite picks, but you only can have one ultimate winner, and that is Matt Cornelius from Port Angeles. He also works in the Coast Guard, so congratulations and thank you for your service. Well, that does it for me, but I do want to say thank you to Choconut Brewery for hosting us tonight. And yes, thank you for all the birthday beers.
Happy birthday.
I'm her favorite, that's for sure.
No.
All right. I'll see you next time. Ciao.